Please stand for prayer and pledge of allegiance.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You said that phrase properly. One nation under
Good evening, everybody.
It's one phrase.
We will
not
start
two.
with item D, Hope Services, the Henry County Board of Developmental Disabilities presentation of a proclamation declaring March as Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month. Please, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I'll just preface what she is going to say. I received an email from Kathy Bishop about a month ago requesting that they be placed on the agenda. I know we have a professional here tonight, as well as some of the individuals served by Hope Services. Welcome.
Hi, thank you. Hi, I'm Kelly Aldridge, the superintendent with the Henry County Board of Developmental Disabilities. I've been there for about a year and a half now. With me, I have Carrie Fuller and Nate Vogelsong.
Hello.
And they would like to tell you a little bit about themselves.
Great.
Go ahead, Carrie.
I'm Carrie Fuller, and I live here in town. I have my own place, and I like it very much. And I work 2 jobs. I work at the daycare center out by Delta and Liberty Center. And I also work 2 days a week shredding paper and pulling staples at the Filling Homes Community Center here in town.
Perfect. Very good.
Thank you. Nate, would you like to say a few things?
I'm Nate Vogelsong. I work at Lowe's in Defiance. Job coaches and stuff. Henry Hope's been really good. Other than that, it's good.
Welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
So we wanted to take this opportunity just to, we have a proclamation. We were hoping that Mr. Belaruki could sign and maybe read for us and take a picture, but we're also here just to bring awareness to this month as DD awareness and helping our individuals in our community be more inclusive in our community.
Sure.
And I also have some information I can pass out, just as it's a one-pager for some of the services we provide, so we can surely pass that out as well.
Sure. And the 3 of you, if you want, you can come back here. I can read that, and then we can have pictures of
Okay,
all of
all
you
right,
together.
so I'll walk in.
Read here. Okay, it says 2024 Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month proclamation. Whereas Hope Services of Henry County Board of Developmental, I can't say that word, Developmental Disabilities has served citizens with developmental disabilities for over 50 years. And whereas developmental disabilities are conditions with affect millions of Americans and their families. And whereas we recognize that Hope Services serves approximately 400 Henry County citizens with disabilities. And whereas individuals with developmental disabilities, their families, friends, neighbors, and coworkers encourage everyone to focus on the abilities of all people. Whereas the most effective way to increase this awareness is through everyone's active participation in community activities and the openness to learn and acknowledge each individual's contribution. Whereas we encourage all citizens to support opportunities for people with disabilities that include full access to education, housing, employment, and recreational activities. Now, therefore, I, Joseph Balaruki, Mayor of the City of Napoleon, Ohio, do hereby proclaim March 2024 as the Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month, and recognize that our communities are stronger when every participant takes time to get to know with a disability, recognize ability to work, see what he or she has to offer, and give full support toward enabling people with developmental disabilities to live productive lives and achieve their potential.
Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. We can get together here and we can get a picture right in front of the sign here.
Is it okay if I grab my phone really quick and take
Sure,
a picture?
yeah,
Sure. Are you okay right there?
Yeah,
Okay, I'll be right there.
I can step my name. Okay.
I'm right here beside you.
Yep. You stand on the trouble.
I don't think this place is supposed to make any trouble at all.
Oh, okay.
I didn't think so.
You guys want to move this way a little bit? Centered.
Couple steps, there we go.
You good?
Yep. 1, 2, 3. Mm-hmm. A little bit more. There you go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and one more. 1, 2, 3. You good? Thanks.
Great.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you for having us.
Did she really?
Who is your?
Transported her a lot.
Kelly, thank you again. We really appreciate you coming.
Can I leave these? This-
Please do.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay, we'll move on to item E, the Henry County Historical Society presentation on the America 250 celebration, planning and supporting a resolution of the Ohio Commission for the United States Semi-Quincentennial. And Andy, who do we have here tonight?
We have Brian Tilse. He is the president of the Henry County Historical Society.
Okay, I'm going to make this brief, and I'll clue you in. It's much easier to say America 250-Ohio than semi-quincentennial.
Okay, I appreciate it.
And let me tell you, to try to type semi-quincentennial is no fun either, so. Basically, the commissioners back at the end of last year were given the opportunity to start planning for the Ohio parties for the America 250 presentation in all 88 counties. So the Historical Society groups, not just the local one here in town, but the Deschler, Bartlow Township, Hamler, Four Corners, Malinta, Liberty Center. I'm probably missing somebody, but we all kind of combine together. We meet once a month and are starting to plan for the festivities for the America 250. The theme for our presentations will be Independence and Revolution, and that is a pretty wide open theme. It will start at the fair August of 2025. It will run through technically July of 2026. We kind of figured we would stop it at the fireworks here in town, July 4th. However, the presentations and stuff that we're working on for the fairgrounds are a big endeavor, and we didn't want to just use them for 1 year, so we're going to carry that over into 2026 as well. Now, whether that ends in August of 2026 or maybe the Fall Fest or something like that, that's yet to be determined, but the programming will continue a little bit over a year. everybody, the state told us that you need to stop at about July 4th, because if you go any further than that, people are gonna turn off, and they're not gonna be paying attention to it anyway. So, we are starting to plan. We are trying to incorporate every village, every town, every group of people, minorities, Germans, Lutherans, Catholics, the whole 9 yards will be incorporated into our presentations. So we're asking villages, cities, towns to support that. It's not a financial support, it's just a, yes, we agree with what's going on. And we ask that any activities that you guys plan kind of also have the theme of independence and revolution. I've given Andy a resolution that the state would like villages and cities to participate in. He has a copy of that. You guys can take care of that on your own. If you want me to send it in, I'll be more than glad to do that. If not, there's instructions in the pamphlet booklets that everybody got for that. I make it easy. I don't like long meetings, so I'll get you in and out. If you guys have any questions, let me know. If you look on the paper, you'll see a logo with Henry County in it and the America 250 logo. That is the county logo. So if you see that event in publications or out and about, that means there's an event taking place that corresponds with the America 250 project. There's also a picture in that booklet of a flag. We're hoping to be able to provide all the municipalities, cities, organizations, libraries, schools, fairgrounds, et cetera, a flag with the logo on it. I'm trying to get the chamber to pay for it. He hasn't broke loose yet, but we're still working on it. So if you have any questions, like I said, I'm gonna make it quick. I don't like long meetings, so if you got any questions, let me know. My number is in the thing as well. If you wanna email me, call me, have questions about something, just let me know and we'll try to get an answer for you.
I just have, just a question on what type of things would we be looking for during this time period? Just kind of high
Well, the
level.
things that we as historical groups are going to be doing are breaking down the segments in 25-year groups or 50-year groups, and then having stories from Henry County dealing with revolution and independence. And like I said, that's a wide open theme. So, you know, independence could be somebody breaking away from their father and going out and starting something on his own, as in a business or whatever. Revolution could be somebody not only serving in the Revolutionary War, but fighting an injustice in a community. We're working on some stories with the KKK down in Holgate. There's a few other things like that that are, a lot of people probably don't know about, that will tie into the independence and revolution. So it's wide open.
Right.
So if there's anything you guys want to do and you want to tie it into independence and revolution, just fill us in what's going on, and then we'll help you get the word out.
Thank you.
Any questions?
Brian? I don't think so.
Okay, I'm out of here. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Does everybody have, did you have enough?
Yes, I did. We passed those around before the meeting.
Okay.
Thank you.
Perfect, thank you. All right, we'll move on to item F, the approval of minutes. In the absence of any objections or corrections, the minutes shall stand approved from the February 19th, 2024 regular council meeting. Those minutes will stand approved. Item G, citizen communication. I don't see anyone in the audience outside of staff. If there happens to be anyone online, feel free to comment. We will be happy to address your concerns. Item H, reports from council committees. Item H1, the Finance and Budget Committee did not meet on February 26, 2024 due to lack of agenda items. Item H2, the Safety and Human Resources Committee did meet on February 26, 2024. And Jordan.
Thank you, Mr. President. We accepted the rates of Henry County South Joint Ambulance District, Freedom Township, Napoleon Township, Harrison Township, and the Village of Florida.
Perfect. Thank you, sir. Item H3, the Technology and Communications Committee did not meet earlier tonight due to lack of agenda items. Item J, introduction of new ordinances and resolutions. There are none this evening. Item K, second reading of ordinances and resolutions. Item K1, resolution number 004-24, a resolution authorizing the expenditure of funds in excess of $50,000 for the purpose of purchasing an AMI system and all necessary appurtenances for the City of Napoleon Electric Department, and to award said purchase to Wesco and declaring an emergency. Do we have a motion?
Motion?
Second.
Thank you.
Council President, there are no changes to this ordinance, or I'm sorry, this resolution.
Any discussion or questions? I am hearing none. Marissa, please call the roll.
Ross,
Yes.
Ken,
Yes.
Bob,
Yes.
Jordan,
Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
Dr. Dave.
Yes.
All right. Now we'll move on to third read. We will move on to item L, the third reading of ordinances and resolutions. Item L1, ordinance number 003-24, an ordinance amending sections 925.07, 925.12, 925.13, 925.16, 925.17, 925.19, and 925.22 of the City of Napoleon, Ohio codified ordinances as they relate to refuse service, also amending ordinance numbers 082-04 and 062-18, rules for disposal at the city's yard waste collection site. Before I accept a motion on this, I would make a recommendation. Tonight, we do have Councilwoman Schwab out. With this being a third read in an item that has had much discussion and deliberation, I would suggest that we make a motion to table this and readdress it when we have full council before we proceed. Any thoughts or comments before I ask for a motion to table this item?
Is, Council President, just asking, is there anything in here that starts of dates of when this thing would take place, like an April 1st date or anything?
There's nothing.
So if it was moved back 2 more weeks, then it's not like
It's not an
the
issue.
new rates would start on a certain date?
No, new rates will start, I don't believe there's an emergency on this. The new rates will start 30 days following passage of third reading.
So no specific date, just 30 days
Correct.
after? Okay. All right, thanks for the clarification.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Okay. Unless there is an objection to the recommendation to table, I will make the motion to table if there would be a second.
Second.
Thank you, sir. Marissa, please call the roll.
Ross,
Yes.
Ken,
Yes.
Bob,
Yes.
Jordan,
Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
Dr. Dave.
Yes.
Okay. We will table that item and add it to the agenda for next meeting, please. We'll move on to item M, good of the city. Item M1, discussion or action to accept the rates for Henry County South Joint Ambulance District, Freedom Township, Napoleon Township, Harrison Township, and the Village of Florida. Andy, do you want to take that one?
Actually, I will pass this along to Chief if he has anything to say about the meeting last week. I think it went very, very smoothly. It was a relatively quick meeting.
We were in and out in 15 minutes. The only question we had at the meeting was about CARES money. We were able to get that answered before we left that night, as the fire department didn't receive anything for that. That was just a question, but there was no question about the rates, services, or anything of that matter.
Perfect. If I remember correctly, this was an item, or a meeting, I rather should say, that Councilman Bear said will happen quarterly.
Yeah, it was something that I felt very strongly about when I first took this position. We used to meet quarterly religiously, and it seemed like it stemmed a lot of the issues that would have developed otherwise. I know the townships felt very strongly that that was the right thing to do as well. They were down to meeting twice a year, once, I believe.
I think the only meeting we had prior to this was when the contracts came due, and that's
Yeah.
when everything was surfaced, was at that meeting.
Exactly.
So it took a long time to get those contracts to pass because there was questions that needed answered. And we were able to take care of that through our quarterly meetings in 2023, and it went off without a hitch to get them with the rates that we have.
Our first meeting last February, there was a considerable amount of discussion that took place with the new fire chief, with the new city manager, and some concerns from the group. And I think we helped to allay some of their fears of, you know, the in the door, out the door type of people around here. And we told them that we would meet quarterly, and every time the questions have gotten fewer. And I think they really appreciate doing that.
Yeah, having that open communication, I think, is
It's a big deal.
hugely important, so, thank you, Chief. We just need a motion to direct the law director to draft legislation for this agreement.
So move.
Thank you. Second. Thank you, Tom. Marissa, please call the roll.
Ross?
Yes.
Ken?
Yes.
Bob?
Yes.
Jordan?
Yes.
Tom?
Yes.
Dr. Dave?
Okay. Item M2, discussion or action to accept a $1,400 grant for the state fire marshal's training reimbursement. Chief, you want to take that one as well?
Yeah, a while back, we asked for permission to apply for this grant. This was for classes that were taken in 2023 by our members. This would alleviate some of the costs that we did for our hazard recognition officer class, which allows our members to go into commercial businesses and perform fire inspections. So that class cost us just shy of $2,500 to put on, and we received $1,400 back from that. And everybody but one that we've sent through that has passed their test. And we have one member that's scheduled to take that test, a remedial test. So we will get a lot out of this class and some money kickback from it.
Perfect. Thank you. Before you sit down, Chief, I think I was just too late catching you there. We were going to add an item to the agenda tonight, so we'll just go ahead and add it here.
Yeah, we found out this morning, after the agenda was already out, that we received another grant from the State Fire Marshal's Office for fire equipment. It's in the amount of $10,000 on the, once we sign the grant agreement, we'll get that money. It has to be spent by October of this year with a paid invoice from whatever we order. Now, when we submitted the grant, it is for replacement of fire hose and nozzles. So that's one of the things we did have built in the budget to start that process for this year, is to start replacing as our hose gets older and it gets worn out. So instead of taking all that hit, we ordered some, and now we're gonna be able to order more and replenish our supply as well.
Perfect. Thank you. Billy, can we do one motion to accept both of those grants?
You can.
Perfect.
Yeah, the only potential complication is if for some reason somebody didn't want to accept
Okay.
one of them, they would vote against both of them, I guess, if they were to say no.
Okay.
That's not gonna happen, obviously.
We'll go ahead and
Yeah,
take the risk.
yeah.
Is there a motion to accept both of these grants for the fire department? Thank you. Is there a second?
Sure.
Thanks, sir. Marissa, please call the roll.
Ross?
Yes.
Ken?
Yes.
Bob?
Yes.
Jordan?
Yes.
Tom?
Yes.
Dr. Dave?
Just touch and go. Thank you again, Chief. Appreciate it. Item M3, discussion or action to appoint 2 representatives to the Tax Incentive Review Council. Andy, would you like to take that one?
Sure, we received a letter from the CIC in regard to this, and the last 2 people that held those seats for last year were Ross, Council President Ross, and Mayor Bilarookie. And it's basically one meeting a year. It is held March 16th, begins at 9 a.m. I don't think it's a lengthy meeting, but they review every one of the tax incentives that we have with each different business in Napoleon. So,
Yeah, it's, we actually talked about it during our last CRA agreement. We have this committee that reviews our CRA agreements every year. I think it's important to get the kind of status update from the CIC on where the business is and their obligation to uphold their part of the agreement. I'd be more than happy to serve on this committee or council again, or if there's 2 other individuals that would like to participate, I am all for it as well. Don't everybody jump up at once.
If I could just add, it has to be somebody that's an elected official for sure, for that, so it has to be somebody from council. The last few years, it's actually been a virtual meeting too, so if that helps sway anybody, that, I'm not sure if it will be this year, but if not, it's not that difficult of a meeting. I've attended them several times, and basically what you do is you review each one of them and make sure that they are employing the amount of people that they say that their agreements are going to employ, and that they are adhering to the CRA or the easy agreements. So I really wouldn't anticipate any problems, especially in this economy.
Yeah, I'll be happy to serve again. My thoughts and recommendation would be if, Tom, if you're interested, being on the
No, I'm
finance
good.
committee.
I'm fine.
I think that would be a great fit. Do we need a vote?
Council president appoints.
Okay. Okay. I would just appoint myself and Councilman Weaver in that case.
Very good. I will pass that along to the CLC.
Thank you. Thank you, Tom. Item M4, discussion or action to award the 2024 sanitary sewer flow monitoring update to Stan Tech. We're just directing the law director to draft legislation tonight. Andy, you have
Yeah,
anything on that?
Chad apologized, he can't be here tonight. His daughter is receiving a scholarship, and he felt it was important for himself to be there, and I agreed, so. This is required by the Ohio EPA as part of the findings and orders. There have been 6 studies performed since 2008, and all have been performed by Stantec. The Public Works Director requests that we waive the quality-based selection process and allow us to enter into a contract with Stantec Consulting Services, and that council direct the law director to draft the appropriate legislation. If approval to proceed, he will negotiate then a not-to-exceed price with Stantec.
Okay. Do we have a motion to direct the law director?
So moved?
Second.
Thank you. Marissa, please call the roll.
Ross?
Yes.
Ken?
Yes.
Bob?
Yes.
Jordan?
Yes.
Tom?
Yes.
Dr. Dave?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. We will go around the table here. Kevin, we'll start with you this evening.
Well, thank you, Council President. I just want to thank council and the city of Napoleon to allow me to participate in the APPA legislative rally in Washington DC this past week. Three of others have went. I won't go into details because I think others will talk about it, but I appreciate the confidence in allowing me to attend and represent the city of Napoleon. I thought the meetings went very well. I'm very proud of our 4 guys that we went, and hopefully we truly can see a difference in receiving some sort of grants or relief in years to come because of those connections. So again, I appreciate you guys allowing me to go.
Thank you, Kevin. Tom?
I'm good, thank you.
Dr. Dave? Mr. Mayor?
Just piggyback on what Kevin was saying. When we did go to DC, we did have quite a few opportunities to talk to our senators and congressmen and their staff. Their staff they really took the time to listen to what our needs were, our concerns were, and I just want to thank Andy, Kevin, and Ross for everything that they helped with there, and then Chief Bowen, Chief Legg, and Chad for all of the information that they provided for us to be able to have a great presentation. Everyone we talked to about the things you all put together, I think we have some good opportunities to get some grant dollars towards some of those or all 3 of them. So thank you all. That's all I have.
Mr. Hayes?
I have nothing.
Okay. Mr. Whiteside? Jordan?
Just take a quick second to thank the Parks and Rec Department and Tony and his staff for the condition of the parks, the golf course. With this unseasonably warm weather, it's been awesome to get out and enjoy all those things. I know my daughters enjoyed Kids Kingdom probably a little bit too much, but it was good to see that everything's in great condition already. So even in February, kids are out and enjoying all the facilities that we have. So it was cool.
Billy?
Nothing for me, thank you.
Andy?
Yeah, I'll just, one more time, piggyback on what the mayor and Kevin spoke of. We did have very good meetings, I thought. The senator's staff, both senators, were very responsive, and I think impressed that we would take the time to go and speak to them about the issues we spoke of. And not only that, but it was interesting, we go for American Public Power Association annual legislative conference, and that occupies all day Tuesday. They pump you full of sunshine. You go and you meet with the legislators and speak on behalf of public power. But the time that we take as a city to go and meet individually with our legislators, I think is very well respected. We talk to other members of a municipal power family, and we tell them what they did, and they said, wow, you guys really take advantage of the time while you're here. And I think we do. I mean, we walked a lot. Some of us have terrible blisters on our feet and survived it. But in the end, I think it's a very, very valuable trip. As Kevin said, we'll only see how valuable in the future, but I think they were very responsive, especially in terms of the water infrastructure under the river. I think they feel like they can help us there. I think they feel like they can assist us with the fire apparatus or purchase of fire vehicles. And so I'm confident that it'll be it'll pay dividends in the future. So it was a good trip. One other thing I want to remind the BOPA and Electric Committee will meet next Monday evening at 6:30, and we will review solar rules pertaining to commercial and industrial customers. And also the Charter Review Commission will meet next Tuesday night at 6:30 as well. Last thing I have is Brian Tills from the Historical Society did present me a resolution, and it has some things in there that I figured could be kind of a boilerplate, full of fluff type thing, but there are some concerns with the wording in the legislation. So what I would like to ask council to do is to ask the law director to draft the appropriate legislation for the American 250 semi-sesquicentennial. Is that right? Or quintennial?
Semi-quincentennial.
Something like that. Don't put that down. So I would ask that council direct the law director to draft the appropriate legislation.
Okay. Do we have a motion? Motion. Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Marissa, please call the roll for that.
Ross?
Yes.
Ken?
Yes.
Bob?
Yes.
Jordan?
Yes.
Tom?
Yes.
Dr. Davis?
Yes.
And that is all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Nothing for me besides what has already been said. I think our trip to DC was hugely beneficial. I think we brought up an issue with the cost of fire engines that may not have been a known issue, and that hopefully we can find a solution for not only our community but many other communities. So again, the research and information that we were equipped with is just a testament to our staff, and just really appreciate all the work that you gentlemen put into that. So thank you again. If that is it, we'll move on to item O, approve payment of bills. In the absence of any objections or corrections, the payment of bills shall stand approved. Okay. I'm hearing none, they will stand approved. And item P, motion for adjournment, please.
So moved.
Thank you, Tom.
Second.
Perfect. Marissa, please call the roll.
Ross?
Yes.
Ken?
Yes.
Bob?
Yes.
Jordan?
Yes.
Tom?
Yes.
Dr. Davis?
We are adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
That was more nerve-wracking